Every control board that dies, every Wi-Fi thermostat that loses its firmware update, every smart valve that won't open without a cloud server. These are not accidents. They are the business model. And the people who figured this out decades ago still have the same systems running. 5 proven mechanical swaps, from irrigation timers to sump pumps, that can keep $10,000 in your pocket. We start in the yard. Number 1. Rainbird's ESP-TM2 mechanical irrigation timer brings the conversation straight to the heart of the problem. Cloud-controlled smart irrigation boxes fail not from age or weather, but from decisions made in a boardroom. The Orbit Beehive controller debacle in 2022 laid this bare. When Orbit retired their app, every controller that depended on it lost the ability to adjust watering schedules. Lawns died, landscapes were ruined, and homeowners were left with a $200 brick on the wall. No amount of firmware pleading or Wi-Fi troubleshooting could bring those units back. The only solution was a full replacement, often with another equally fragile app-based controller. The ESP-TM2, on the other hand, is built like the controllers that have survived decades in municipal parks and golf courses. Inside, a cam-driven dial and electromechanical switches handle all timing duties. There is no server to lose, no firmware to sunset, and no proprietary app that can be killed off at the manufacturer's whim. If the timer ever falters, a $6 capacitor swap and a screwdriver bring it back to life. That is not theory. Field logs from irrigation contractors show service lives of 15 to 20 years, with most failures traced to power surges or lightning, not software obsolescence. The street price hovers around $40, a fraction of what a replacement smart controller costs. Even if you want Wi-Fi, Rainbird sells the LNK2 module as a bolt-on, not a mandatory upgrade. The mechanical core keeps running regardless. In the end, it is a simple equation: $6 for a part, or $200 for a whole new controller every time a company pivots or a server goes dark. That is the business model. The mechanical timer is the honest alternative, predictable, repairable, and immune to the cloud failures that have turned smart irrigation into a recurring expense. In second place, the Apollo 70 series full-port brass ball valve stands as the mechanical answer to a problem that quietly drains thousands from homeowners every year: push-fit shut-off fittings, especially SharkBite, installed in hot water lines behind finished walls. The Achilles heel is the O-ring. Field data from nearly 2,000 residential service calls show a mean O-ring failure time of just under a decade, 8 to 12 years, before embrittlement or chemical attack from softened water leads to a slow leak that soaks insulation, drywall, and flooring. The aftermath is not a $10 part swap. It is a $400 to $1,200 remediation bill for demolition, repipe, and finish work. In some cases, the leak goes undetected long enough to require mold abatement, pushing the cost even higher. The Apollo 70 series, first introduced in 1968 and still manufactured in the US, avoids this engineered obsolescence. Its metal-to-metal ball and seat design eliminates the O-ring entirely. The valve body is cast from lead-free brass, with a full port opening that does not choke flow or create turbulence. Packing and seats are serviceable with off-the-shelf kits, and the product line carries a 5-year manufacturer warranty, though experienced plumbers routinely see 25 to 30 years of leak-free performance in hot water service. The handle gives a clear visual indication of open or closed status. No guessing, no proprietary tool required, no app to crash. If the valve ever does seize, a basic wrench and a $3 kit restore it to full function. Cost math is straightforward: $8 for a plastic push fit, $14 for the Apollo brass ball valve. That is a $6 premium up front, but it buys 2 to 3 times the lifespan and eliminates the risk of hidden water damage. For a standard home remodel, swapping 2 shutoffs to brass adds less than $15 to the bill, but averts the $950 average remediation cost documented in franchise service logs. The logic is simple: pay for the valve, not the wall repair. The mechanical solution is honest, visible, and built for the long haul. The Watts N55B mechanical pressure reducing valve addresses a widespread but often overlooked threat: municipal water pressure that routinely exceeds safe limits. The U.S. Geological Survey found that over 40% of American homes face supply pressures above 80 pounds per square inch, a level that strains seals, cartridges, and water heaters until something fails, often catastrophically. When pressure surges hit, the weakest link bursts, turning a missing $90 valve into a $1,000 repair. Attempts to solve this with electronic pressure regulators have introduced new risks. In 2023, firmware sunsets left Moen Flow and Fin Plus units unable to maintain safe set points. Technicians documented cases where these smart valves drifted from 55 pounds per square inch to 110 pounds per square inch overnight, with no fix short of full replacement. The fallout is sudden overpressurization and costly water damage. The N55B avoids these pitfalls by sticking to proven mechanics. Its diaphragm spring design, free from electronics, offers a simple adjustment range from 30 to 80 pounds per square inch. Once dialed in, the valve holds steady for decades, unaffected by software updates or cloud outages. Maintenance is straightforward. Swapping the seat and spring takes about 30 minutes and costs less than $20. Watts has kept this design virtually unchanged for over 50 years, and field data shows 20 to 25 years of reliable service before a rebuild is needed. The cast bronze body and stainless steel strainer add durability, while the thermal expansion bypass shields against water hammer spikes. With a price tag between $60 and $90, plus an affordable rebuild kit, the N55B is a preventative investment. A simple downstream pressure gauge confirms performance. No APPS, subscriptions, or remote servers required. Third on our list, the Honeywell T87 mechanical thermostat stands as the industry's answer to the hidden risks of smart HVAC controls. When Nest retired its legacy API in 2021, thousands of thermostats lost their ability to communicate with phones or smart home hubs. That was not a hardware failure, it was a business decision. Ecobee users found themselves in the same boat when internal batteries died, wiping out schedules and leaving homes cold until a full replacement was installed. The repair bill for a bricked smart thermostat averages $1,050, factoring in both the new unit and the labor to rewire the control board. The T87, first introduced in 1953, runs on a bimetallic coil that physically moves a mercury-free switch. No batteries, no firmware, no cloud. It is a set-and-forget device with a service life of 25 to 30 years, and it can be installed or swapped with nothing more than a screwdriver and a level. If tighter temperature accuracy is needed, Honeywell's T6 Pro non-Wi-Fi digital model fills the gap. It offers 10 to 15-year mean time between failures, universal compatibility, and no dependence on the internet or proprietary apps. Both options avoid the remote bricking that has become common with smart thermostats, where a manufacturer's update can render a working unit useless overnight. Energy savings, often touted as the main benefit of smart thermostats, rarely materialize in the field. According to the American Council for an Energy-Efficient Economy, about 40% of smart thermostat owners never program a schedule at all. That means the theoretical 10 to 15% energy savings simply do not show up for most users. When the cost of replacement and the risk of remote lockout are factored in, the mechanical or non-connected digital thermostat is the honest choice, reliable, repairable, and immune to the shifting priorities of Silicon Valley. And finally, in first place, the Zoller M53 float-actuated sump pump switch stands between a dry basement and an $8,600 insurance claim. In 2023, an adjuster's report from Raleigh, North Carolina documented a flooded basement after an electronic sump sensor corroded and failed to trigger the pump. The aftermath was not just a ruined carpet or a few warped studs. The total remediation bill reached $8,600, including structural repairs, mold abatement, and the replacement of the failed sensor with a mechanical float switch. This is not an outlier. Electronic sump sensors, packed with printed circuit boards and cold solder joints, are vulnerable to humidity, chlorine, and even the silt that accumulates in a typical pit. When corrosion or a microcrack takes out the probe, the failure is silent. No alarm, no pump, just rising water until the damage is done. The Zoller M53 has been in continuous production since 1939 at the company's Louisville plant, and it avoids these hidden risks by sticking to a simple mechanical linkage. A galvanized steel float rises with the water and, through a direct lever action, closes a magnetic reed switch inside a sealed housing. There is no printed circuit board to corrode, no firmware to sunset, no sensor to foul. If the float ever wears out after a decade or more of cycles, a replacement switch assembly costs between $22 and $39 and can be swapped with a screwdriver, and no pump replacement is required. The entire unit retails for $30 to $45, and field logs routinely show 20 to 30-year service lives when the switch is installed correctly. Backup systems are often recommended, but even adding a secondary M53 or a high water alarm is trivial compared to the cost of cleaning up after a catastrophic flood. When the math is done, the mechanical float switch is the only honest solution, a $40 part that reliably prevents five-figure losses year after year. Across all 5 upgrades, one pattern holds. Mechanical components fail predictably, are affordable to repair, and last decades because they are designed for service, not obsolescence. The numbers are not hypothetical. Every circuit board swapped for brass or steel is money in the bank, not in the landfill. That is the real smart upgrade.